Just finished top 8 at YCS Anaheim. Almost pulled off the back-to-back. Sorry I couldn't do it, guys. I did my best. But the deck was absolutely incredible. Versus every single meta deck, it auto wins. But if you guys saw the top 8, it has an absurdly poor matchup versus FTK-style decks. Like Burge's deck that, was crazy. I really hope he wins the event. I do think he will. So we're going to show you guys the deck. I'm going to show you guys deck profile with so much new knowledge on how to play around Droll. If you guys saw that finals, I got Drolled and Ashed. And I ended on like 5+ interruptions through that. It's quite easy. So I'm gonna basically tell you everything I know about the deck. I would say one thing though, if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh consistently, as I am, I think, is anyone in the world better than me right now?
No, I don't think so.
Well, just kidding, guys. I'm not the best player in the world. I'm the best player in the fucking universe! Sorry. Anyways, no, I play every day, right, guys? And I play with the best testing groups in the world. So I'm actually launching a large Discord where we're going to be training every single day. And every time there's not a YCS, I'll be live training you guys watching Monday through Friday, every single day in a live stream. It'll be down my Metafy down below. You will not want to miss it. It'll be about 100 hours a month of Triff Gaming coaching. Highly advise getting it right now if you play Yu-Gi-Oh often. And I actually will be launching on this Wednesday Yummy Masterclass. So check that out if you play Yu-Gi-Oh. However, if you do not play Yu-Gi-Oh often, do not get those because you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. What the fuck you need a Masterclass for? Okay, anyways. So this is the deck profile. It's a little similar to what I used to Lima. I want to emphasize that there's way more Droll now, so you have to play around things a little more specific. The deck is absolutely broken. The fact that people are playing Yummy Mitsu and not playing this style tells me it's a little bit of malpractice. They might just not know what they're doing, respectfully. The way they all bridge together so potently is so difficult to stop, and it's because of not just these that are, so these are just, this equals both of these, this equals both of these, this equals this, like you just want both of these. This literally bridges these two, and there's no other card in Yu-Gi-Oh that does that. Truly, these bridge so well with these because this is a fairy. When this gets tribute special, this, then the Miracle Raven's full combo. These are all one card full starters, and especially how good this is going second. I understand Droll's a card. So what you do versus Droll, this is what I realized mid-tournament. I actually got stronger mid-tournament, kind of like a Super Saiyan. What I would do is, I recognize Droll was a lot of people's main decks this tournament. So you can, even if, let's say you're going first and you have these two, I don't play Almirage because my only cards that Almirage with are just specifically these three with the 5 Yummies. I would literally just normal Cupsy. As long as your first search is a good Yummy search, they just Drolled a Yummy deck. Cool, dude. Like, what? If you guys saw the final, literally 6 interruptions plus Droll, or 5 interruptions plus D-Barrier. You can't beat that period through Droll and Ash. So just make sure your first action plays through the Droll. That's it. Then the only other card you have to fear a bit is Fua, but not just Fua. In my top 8 written feature, in my last round written feature match, I got hit with double Fualos. I didn't have Ash or Called By. Double Fualos, Ash Blossom, Izuna. Can you tell me a more broken 4-card hand? I need a Joker Lantern. I won. I didn't just win, I obliterated him. Double Fua, it resolved. Izuna resolved. Ash resolved on a huge search. No problem. I'm playing the best deck. I'm the creator of the Yummy Mitsurugi Masterclass. You think that'll stop me? It won't stop you either when you guys check it out. There's so many lines through Fua that you just don't give a shit. Because Mitsurugi plays through Fua, does it not? Yummy plays through Fua, does it not? So you're just giving them each roughly 1 draw for each. And then you're like, go ahead, dude, you have to deal with my 7 interruptions now. So you do not care about Fua. Alright, so the last engine that's absurdly important. These are the 1-card starters. Yes, it's Miracle Raven 2, but I'll get into that a little later. These are the 1-card starters. These are also the 1-card starters. I'll explain why. This engine is what actually brings the deck together. Because let's put yourself in the shoes of Triff Gaming. I'm Triff Gaming. I just won 2 YCSs. I have a Habakiri, and I have a token from Nibiru. How could I get to my engine? I have no cards left. I just beat 10 interruptions. Wait a sec, I'm Triff. I play Azalea. I go Azalea, I go Hayate. Hayate said engage. Kagari, I'd engage. Draw. Hornet, full combo. It literally bridges your full combo, especially when you have extra shitters on the board after their effects have been used. Your Cupsy has been negated. Who cares? Who cares? The amount of times I would summon a Cupsy way without an actual Yummy in grave to like dodge a Veiler, Imperm, Droplet, etc., etc. I'll do that all the time because it'll eat a hand trap, and then you just go Azalea, Hayate. Like, I made Hayate, I felt almost every other match which is crazy because if you're not OTK, you kind of like need it, if that makes sense. Very mandatory. If you're not playing this, you absolutely need to. If you want to cut these, I do think you're making a massive mistake, but these are entirely uncuttable and you cannot play hand traps this format. I totally understand. It's crazy for me to say that. That's why I lost the top 8. But if you're going to absolutely obliterate all the format and all the meta, 90% win rate against all those meta decks, truly 90% win rate. Check my track record. 90% plus win rate against meta. But if you're gonna lose to the Mjolnir decks or the Ouroboros Protoss, 4 cards in hand Protoss detonated, so be it. If it means you're destroying Draco Tail all the time, if it means you're destroying Yummy all the time, if it means you're destroying Mitsurugi all the time, even if it means you're destroying Yummy Mitsurugi all the time going second, so be it. So these are all the 1-card starters, and I'm adding these as just absolutely incredible extenders. That these on their own, they're just extending. You do need, if you play a large count, like 8 of these, you do need to play 2, because you will open 2 of these 10 all the time. When you open 2 of these 10, or sorry, 2 of these 19, because it also counts if you open like this and this, you will literally be able to get to 2 Miracle Ravens. 2 Miracle Ravens apply so much pressure that your opponent cannot deal with it. So if you're playing the larger package, you need 2, but if you want to play a minor package, which I totally get, you could remove these 7. If you want to play a smaller package, you could play a 53 card deck. I just would not advise, I would advise against it because these are crazy cards. Forget Droll. I'm telling you, you just activate your first card, you actually don't give a shit, especially post side when they actually have Droll. This is the bare minimum. If this is a better summon, then absolutely, this must be in everyone's deck, period. Unquestionably. Even if you don't want to play these, that's fine. This is just the super combo variant. But this is godly to add the spell. Okay, so I think I explained now the absolutely amazing cards to see. And look, there's a whole lot of starters. When you're going second, I play so many board breakers. When you're going second, you also have 7 extra starters. These are incredible starters going second, because this will obviously, after you clear everything, I've been preaching this since before I even won YCS Vancouver. Clear everything, last card, Thrust Obedience. See you later, buddy. Over immediately. Or Thrust Pre-Prep, Thrust Talents, Thrust Engage. You're always getting Engage Draw in this deck. That's why it's a crazy starter. It's full combo plus draw. Tronus, if you're playing against Draco Tail, you special seal, you have Cupsy. Immediately, you just negated one of the interrupts, and on top of that, you have Cupsy on the field for free. Snatchy, special Cupsy from Grave, minion Cupsy effect. Like, it's full combo plus stopping something. Have you ever Tronus a Herald before? Have you Tronus a Lollipop Wave when they think that they're safe? You Regeki their board, immediately on res, they're going to go surprise to special their Synchro 2 immediately before an action, because you're not activating you. Tronus the Lollipop Wave, cannot activate it, cannot pounce back, and you have literally full combo, especially your whole combo from deck. So these are 34 starters. Going second, you literally have, I think 32 or something, who knows, 39 starters or something. I don't know, 34, 41. You have 41 starters. I have more starters than you have cards in your deck. I played through 4 hand traps all tournament. So that's the starters. These are also the starters and breakers. And one last thing, this card needs to be in your deck in some shape or form. I don't care in what way. You could be playing Injectors for all I care. This card needs to be in your deck. It is so, you have 9 crazy starters, 10 if you play pot, and like, you just absolutely need to. Especially because, let's say you want to play Raigeki. You could have a free Raigeki. This card says Raigeki, plus Zombie Vampire, plus they Bailey the Zombie Vampire, you go Azalea, you get full, absolutely unquestionably, in some shape or form, this card needs to be in your deck. So, on top of the 21 breakers I'm going to show you now, you play 12 board breakers on top, because this searches this too, and 3 of these. So you actually play 15 breakers in your starters. So our starters have 15 board breakers. 18, 21, 22, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31. You're playing 34 non-engine. I almost have more non-engine than you have cards in your deck. I almost have more starters than you have cards in your deck. I don't care if 60 puts you off because it's 60. That's such a stupid generalization. It means jack shit. Unless you give me an actual calculated reason. There's no card in my deck that I'm like, this card is absurdly better than every other card. They're all just so good. Like, I don't even play pot. I'm debating cutting Obedience. Like, just like Engage is probably the best one. barely. Like, they're all roughly equal power level. So you don't need to play 40. You're not playing a shitter deck like Draco Tail that has like 9 good cards. You're playing a deck with 41 good cards. You're good, trust. You can play 90 cards, you'll still never print. So yeah, 34. This is only there for Fua. Side this doo-doo card out going second. I lost the game because I had 2 of these going second. I had one, I drew into one. I'm like, this card's so ass. It's only for Fua. And these cards have been absurd because if you look at the specific meta, you're gonna deal with their shit, and then they have like one last push, whether it be Prayers, whether it be Arthalion, or whether it be surprise special after. These literally stop all the after pushes. You don't play Imperm. That card is ass. These you can do anytime you want, and they are. Guess what, guys? It's green, and that's what you want. All right. Another reason you need to play 60. Every 40 card list needs to play these 6. Period. If you're playing Kusanagi and Aramasa, I don't know what Cam was even thinking doing that. Do not play Futsu, do not play Aramasa, do not play Kusanagi. You're inserting 3 absolute garbage cards that you never want to open. At least this is not garbage. This is literally an extender most of the times. And these are like only good if you, they're not good ever. I'm not gonna cope and say they're good. They're good in extremely niche scenarios where it's like, you hard draw this and you can play around it with your opponent, or you hard draw these that like in conjunction with others. You would rather not see these, quite frankly. But if you do, who cares? You have 55 cards, and Cups UA needs some cards to discard. So it's all good. And if your opponent plays Murakumo, you're actually allowed to play a little brickier deck right now with breakers, because when your opponent has Murakumo, you can just discard your shitter. So it's fine. 60 cards of greatness. I would not change a thing. One thing I did change. The extra deck, the main deck was the exact same. The theory just changed entirely. What cards do you start with, etc. It's extremely important if you actually want to not give a shit about Fua or Droll. This changed. I'm only on 2 Snatchy. Never has 3 Snatchy came up. Not in Lima, not today. Never. At Lima, I had 2 of these Snatchies in my extra deck the entire match. Every time I look at my extra deck, I'd be like, why are 2 Snatchies in here? You do not need it. There's no more double Herald. You don't need 2 Snatchies in rotation. You have 1 Snatchy in rotation, but if you begin with the Yummy, you have 2 Snatchies in rotation. And Link Karibo, always coming back, will give you a minion card. You just do not need anything. You just need to play Karibo, though, because of the Diviner, sorry, the Nouvelles cards. If you're not playing the Nouvelles cards, you 100% do not need to play Link Karibo. If you're not playing the Nouvelles cards, just don't play this. You're good. And anyone playing Link Karibo in pure Yummy, you definitely need the Masterclass. Please do not. Next, absolute MVP. Unquestionably, these 3. I don't even play this shit in pure. Unquestionably incredible. You need these. You need these. Even in pure. Put the Masquerena. Pure is not enough of a board now with Mirakumo and shit. You need this. Want to know another MVP that's a new card in that shit arc? Gorgon. This card. You have trouble with Mitsurugi? We're gonna go in my brain and get again. Woo! Your opponent got Mitsurugi Ritual. You just use your Herald on their Regeki. Oh no, they're going to Regeki your whole board. You say, they summon out their card. You chain IP. Effect Murakumo discard. Sure, I'll discard it, one of my 18 cards. Summon this pointing to Murakumo. All your cards are safe. All your cards are safe. All of your cards, it's negated. You need protection from Murakumo. I was cooking it was just amazing. On top of that, you're playing Metaltronus. When you have Metaltronus in your hand, this is a Dark Reptile. I'm not specialing Saji for my deck. You need that in your deck for Habakiri. So, because you're not playing Kusa or Amasa, you need something as well. So not only is this an amazing card for Masquerena, I even did it on an Albaz play. Someone went Albaz. I'm like, no problem. GG. Like this, it's really good. Actually better. My end board is now Masquerena, the Murakumo, the Surprise, the Prayers, the Lollipop, the SP, and I put SP on the board too. Because I know that this will always get me this. I'd rather a Monster Negate than a Banish, because all my shit do stuff like Banishes. Very relevant. But if you're going to summon this with Tronus, it's a Link 3. Do not activate Snatchy's effect. Snatchy says you're not allowed to summon Link 1s for the rest of the turn when you activate this card. It says, this card must summon in place 1 Yummy Field spell from your hand or deck. Also, you cannot Link summon Link 3 or higher for the rest of this turn. So always do not activate the effect. They're going to think you're playing around shit because you have a Yummy in hand, but in reality, you just cannot summon this. If you're intending to Tronus, the Murakumo. But Murakumo's my boss monster, not my opponent's. That shit never Regeki my board ever. It didn't. It just didn't. It just refused. It's like, would Blazoid Dragon ever attack Kaiba? Never. Anyways, 3 of these. You need the Samsara and Herald. Some people are someone cut Zombie Vampire that I was playing in a mirror match. Please do not. You absolutely need these. All of these is necessary. I would not cut a single card. Yeah, War Crime Turbo extra side deck here. You play all of these 11 against any semblance of the mirror match. I actually might have. It would have been a top deck battle in the finals. I actually think I would have won it, to be quite honest, because next turn I'd be safe. But he actually ended on an Ice Ryzeal with the detonator, so I couldn't herald the Abyss the detonator because he just sent Ice Ryzeal. I was so pissed. I'm like, why are you putting a random Ice Ryzeal on board? I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, I was actually. If you guys were watching my right eye, I was hiding my right eye because like the left was showing. A tear came out of this eye, purposely. So, but yeah, you always play these. Now, why 2 Dark Ruler, 3? Like Dark Hole is arguably actually better than Dark Ruler. These it's only there for Yummy. Like this 8 specifically is what I side specifically against Draco Tail and Mitsurugi. You'll be surprised how much Draco Tail scrambles, especially the branded version, when they have nothing to fuse with. And they cannot use their stuff as well. The worst, like these are actually very high value. They're very high value, and you just want that shit gone. 3 Dark Hole, 1 Dark Ruler to search sometimes might be debatable, but yeah, amazing. And this is there for because your thrust will search Herald of the Abyss against Lunalight, so you want more searchable answers to Lunalight. I thought if anyone that's good saw my deck list, they would see that I was on Lava Golem as my only out to Liger. They ended on 1 Liger and passed for 40 turns. I lost. I'd die before then, but just saying. So I wanted to add 1 up outs to Liger instead by having these. This is also very good. So you have 3. This is searchable, extremely searchable. Searchable by 4 cards. And Masquerena, if you go Masquerena and then make this, it's also an insta out. So you have 3 searchable outs to it. That's what I like. You're almost guaranteed to do it. So if they Regeki you once, you search the other Regeki, the one that hasn't been used, then you got the last one to kill the last one. So yeah, absolutely incredible. I would highly advise. If you're like this, I'm putting this in my deck anyways, not just for that deck. It actually was incredibly good. So you're really realistically only putting 2 cards against them, but this will always go in against everything. If you Herald of the Abyss a Herald, like it feels it's the same thing as using Regeki. There's always something. If you Herald of the Abyss any of the opponent's cards, it comes up crazy value. It forces some form of interaction, which is then your other card resolves. So it's almost the same thing as these. And this, I only did play it if I played Lunalight. However, if you want to also side this in, you could, I guess. And sometimes when you do activate, just keep in mind you're playing Pure Mitsu after that. And then 3D Barrier, because it's just the best card of the format. Yeah, guys, the deck was absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. If you guys want to learn more, I'm having this Yummy Masterclass on Wednesday before. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to Brazil. I told myself I'm only going to go to Brazil if I win. I didn't. The warrior inside me wants to go and just win, but too much traveling, and I want to do more videos for you guys, so I'm locked in for content. Thank you guys for watching. I really am thankful for everyone's amazing, kind words throughout the tournament. I read them all. I appreciate you guys. This will not be my last top 8, and it will for sure as fuck not be my last win. Thank you. Yummy Mitsurugi Masterclass down below. Bye.